Hello and welcome to Tech with Heart. I am your host, Michelle Calloway. Tech with Heart's all about empowering entrepreneurs to embrace technologies, systems, and strategies that'll help them stay competitive and relevant in a rapidly changing digital business landscape. Today's topic is about augmented reality and how it can be used as a really disruptive marketing tool. So let's start with the reason why we need to use technology is to ultimately help us to connect with other people and to create a memorable impression. That is more or less the jive and the whole gist of why Tech with Heart exists. Let's figure out how we can use technology, and then let's make sure that when we use that technology that we're putting people and our human relationships first. So we also know that stories from human to human have been used for centuries to pass on family traditions and also to build societies. Stories are still today what really helps people connect with other people. There are people who are simply hired to be inspirational speakers, and they get on stage and what do? They share stories. Stories allow us to relate to one another, to connect with one another, to feel a sense of, hey, I feel like I know this guy, right? So that is a very powerful thing that as a business owner, you're going to want to try and accomplish in an online world. And one of the mechanisms, technology mechanisms that you should be utilizing to get your story or your messages or your personality or your brand's identity exposed to the world. It's no longer just your local community. If you're a mom and pop shop, you still can have an online presence and have access, visibility across the globe with this thing called the internet. Yeah, so the internet's very powerful and it's ever changing, right? We're talking about Web3. It's upon us, and Web3 is going to be a much stronger blockchain built, foundational built intranet, and it's also going to provide the platforms in which we're going to step into what some people are calling the metaverse or the immersive new world. And when I mean immersive, meaning it's going to feel like you're literally entering a whole nother realm of reality, and it's going to be virtual, but it's going to feel very real. So it's very much like video games become your new world, and we're going to be able to do business there. But for today, we're going to talk about another technology. It's called augmented reality, which blends the physical world with the virtual world in a way that we can take action today to start separating ourselves from our competitors, but also to share those stories in unique ways. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Let me back up a little bit and talk about some other technologies today that we can be utilizing to take that connection, that story to the next level. And in the pandemic time, when we were all stopping doing the in-person networking, what we saw happen was a huge flood of online networking events on platforms such as Zoom. Zoom grew exponentially. It's a video conferencing technology that allows multiple participants to get on there, and then each one can take turns speaking, whatnot. So the reason why that became the second best way to connect with one another beyond meeting together in person is because we as people, we do a tremendous amount of communicating non-verbally. So when you actually sit down and break bread with somebody, or you attend a networking event and you're sitting with them at the table, or you've had a chance to be in their aura and their essence and their presence, and you've had some time to communicate with one another, you get to know each other, very surfacey, you still feel like you have, an opportunity for connection there. Well, Zoom is a technology, or video conferencing is another technology that allows you as a business owner to provide presentations. You can speak like as if you're on a virtual stage, and you can create video content that you can then share out to the world. Even if you're at an event, but you're speaking to an audience, you can record that speech and share that out to the world to help others gain access to what those that attended were only given privy to, unless, of course, it's really super high quality content that you would like people to pay to access. And that can still be done through a web landing page where you give people the option to pay for such access to that visible content that you recorded. So video is going to be one of the technology tools that we recommend you use through the Tech with Heart Foundation to elevate your presence online and to get people to be able to start connecting with you and resonate with you because of that nonverbal communication that can take place even on video. If you're not able to be there with the person in person, which is the #1 way to really connect with people and build relationships, is to spend quality time in each other's presence and sharing stories. Of course, stories are what really help us to feel like we know each other on a different level, like a deeper level. The more stories you share, the more about why you're doing what you're doing as a business owner, or why your product or service is going to make such a huge difference for those that are coming in and learning about you, the more you're going to connect with people and the more they're going to have more clients, or you're going to have more referrals. So stories are really where it's at. Videos are a great mechanism, tool, technology to take that story and expand it, expand your reach. But another way to really connect with somebody is through Zoom video conferencing and or video chats. Video chats on a mobile phone, for instance. Like I'm just going to share a little personal story here so that you feel like you can get to know me a little bit better. Is I just recently had my daughter had our second grandchild. And so I went and I stayed with my daughter for a couple of weeks to help her out as she's healing and everything. And of course, got to spend some serious quality time with my granddaughter, who is 21 months old. And of course, got to meet the new little guy who's just absolutely adorable, right? So I was able to, of course, share pictures on the internet through social media or whatnot to introduce my new grandchild to the world. But when I was able to capture video of him or capture video of his big sister welcoming him into the world and share that, then that was really powerful because people got to see her interact with him. They got to hear her sweet little voice, try to say his name. It was just absolutely adorable. My one family member said she watched that video 50 times. Like in 2 days, she watched it 50 times because she says it just brought up all kinds of feels. And that is the power of video or being with somebody in person. It's the next best thing. So when you are able to connect with somebody over the phone, why not ask them to turn it into a video chat? That way you're not only hearing their voice and trying to imagine what they're looking like when they're saying these things, because there's a tremendous amount of people in the world who enjoy connecting with other things, other people and other things through visually watching it. That's why television is such a highly consumed type of media content, as well as people enjoy watching it and going to the movies, etc. So if you're able to, you can have more impact as a business owner if you invite people to join you on a video chat, whether it be Zoom, whether it be Google Meets or some other platform. Even over Messenger app has a FaceTime feature. So like I know iPhone to iPhone, you can do FaceTime very easily. It's a feature built into iPhones. But if you're calling from an iPhone to somebody who does not have an iPhone, then Messenger is also something. If that person is on Facebook and they've downloaded the Messenger app, then that's another quick and easy way to video chat with them. So now that I'm back home in my office and stuff, I really miss my granddaughter because we've had some serious bonding time when her little baby brother was born. So now guess what? I request, can I video chat with my granddaughter? And so that's a sweet opportunity for her to connect with me and me to connect with her and for us to continue to feel close. So it's still video, but it's live video, which is different than recorded video, but that's okay. It's still an opportunity. It's a portal, right? It's a portal, a visual door for us to walk into, to where we can feel like we're connecting with each other on a deeper level, personally or professionally. Highly recommend, if you're not using video in your business, that you start using video. And let me talk about the percentage of nonverbal communication that happens when we as humans talk. I think it's 76% or something like that of the communication happens without words. So that's my posture, my body language, my smile, my tone. And so these are things that can only be conveyed, whether it be in person or on video. So if you think about the online business world and you're in business, whether you have a mom and pop storefront shop downtown LA, you should still have an online presence, and that doesn't have to be have a lot of money involved. You don't even have to have a grandiose website anymore. What people are looking to do is to just kind of find you, and that's called search engine optimization. It's SEO in the realm of tech. And you're going to want to use certain keywords that'll help people find you, because Google My Business allows you to have a free website on their platform, which they are the biggest search engine in the world. And you can have your business be listed there for free. And you can have SEO, and you can post videos on your Google My Business page. So you don't even have to invest in a lot of money to have an online presence to be discovered. That will also help drive foot traffic to your local store, because Google My Business ties into Google Maps, and that'll help you rank higher in your local area. That's a very underutilized service that most small businesses aren't aware of. But the more pictures and the more video content you put on your Google My Business profile, the more Google's going to serve it up to all those people who are looking for anything remotely close to what you're offering. So be aware, video is still going to be a great way for people to get to know, like, and trust you faster without ever having to have met you in person. And so when people are feeling connected, when your message resonates with them and they feel like they can trust you, like they understand a little bit more about who you are and why you are because of the videos that you've provided, then they're much easier to click on that buy now button, because it's a known fact. Consumers are looking to experience a brand before they make a buying decision. So there's a lot of competition out there. I don't care whether you think you're in an industry all by yourself, there are still probably multiple competitors that are either doing something different from you or better than you, right? So what you should be thinking about is, how can I uniquely differentiate myself in those videos so that people understand why they should choose my product or service over my competitors, and make that buying decision and that click so much easier. And augmented reality technology is just one more super edgy way to take that video story and bring it to life in front of people's eyes in a way that they've never experienced before. It is next level. And so let me talk to you about augmented reality, okay? In 2016, augmented reality became widely known across the globe because of a game called Pokemon Go. So Pokemon Go is a game where you have to like flick this little ball and try and capture this little Pikachu character in the game. Well, when Pokemon Go came out in 2016 with an augmented reality version, what it did is it got people up and off of their butts, off of the couch, and got them to go outside, because now all of a sudden their real world environment all around them, like their local parks or their local libraries or even little storefronts down the street, are now new locations where Pikachus could hide out, but you could only see them through your mobile device when you're in augmented reality mode in the game Pokemon Go. Hopefully this is making sense. I'm doing my best to use my words to explain something that is a very highly visual element. But that is when all of a sudden, all of the companies like Google and Facebook and I don't think Amazon was in the game yet, but definitely Apple, they started shifting their eyes a little bit from just virtual reality to start going, hold on, what's going on over here with Pokemon Go? Why is this taking off like it's like a crazed nation over Pokemon Go? There was people out and they were interacting with each other in parks and stuff because they were all playing the game, but it was a beautiful blend of the physical world, get outside, move around a little bit, go on an exploratory discovery to go find more Pikachus. versus just sitting on their butt playing a virtual game. So I'm a fan of virtual reality, but I also love the fact that augmented reality does not require a user to be fully removed from their real world environment. So in the augmented reality space through Pokemon Go, you were able to completely and clearly see what was going on all around you, but you were very focused and immersed in the game that you were playing right in front of you, because whenever you moved your phone around left or right, you could see different characters were appearing, or you had a beacon indicating that something was near you. So you just moved your body a little bit closer to that where that beacon was blinking, and you would be all of a sudden in discovery mode where you could see that character and you could try and capture it.
Being able to do business online is crucial for survival, especially during times of social distancing. So how do you survive and thrive in the sea of digital noise? It's a lot like fishing. You need to know who your perfect customer is so that you could use the right kind of lure to attract them. We help you catch your perfect customer and retain them for future sales through highly converting websites, influencer mobile apps, getting you featured in the news and on TV. Hi, my name is Jerry Bowden, U.S. Army veteran and president of Revealio Software Solutions. Our goal is to help you rise above the competition, be seen as an expert authority in your industry, and embrace technology to stay competitive for long-term success. It's more affordable than you may think. So reach out to us at revealio.com, and together we will make your business come alive.
Let's talk a little bit about some other use cases of augmented reality besides games. Obviously, gaming is a huge one. We saw the evidence with Pokemon Go. And we can also talk about how instructional videos for packaging or IKEA boxes, for heaven's sakes. I mean, you go to IKEA, you love it because you see it all assembled, and then they send you home with this box that assembly required, right? Well, augmented reality could potentially be a tool that you hover your phone in augmented reality mode through a special augmented reality app. And it'll show you in 3D which pieces needs to get connected to this piece and which tool needs to be used with whatever hardware. It can show you all of that in 3D at a time. So 2D instructions can now literally like come alive with 3D animation to show you really how it all goes together piece by piece. Isn't that powerful? That all can be done right now today with augmented reality and smartphones. The other thing is that you can take a virtual tour. Let's just say you want to go to a winery or a distillery. Well, it's really exciting to learn about how those spirits and the different wines are made, right? And in the past, you've always had a tour guide walk you through, and that still can be done. And it's a beautiful connection. It's a great way for consumers to connect with that brand of distillery, or I'm sorry, spirits or wines. But let's just imagine it this way. You walk into a winery, and along the different parts of the building, you see different signs up that indicate that if you hold your phone over it and you see an image on the wall, then all of a sudden that image will come alive and tell you the story behind that part of the process or that part of the history of the winery. So it now becomes a storytelling tool. Maybe you're at a museum and you see this beautiful piece of art. Well, to the right, there's usually a little placard that talks a little bit about the artist. Well, imagine if that art itself would come alive with a video story of the artist talking about the inspiration that went behind that piece of art that you're so adoring on the wall right then and there. Wouldn't that be next level? That is something that augmented reality can do today. So we're not having to wait for this immersive world to be upon us to start having a fairly disruptive impact with our business, because what we can do is we can take that same concept and apply it as a business marketing tool. Think for a second, right? We just got done talking about the power of story and the power of utilizing video as a technology tool mechanism to get that story spread across the globe. So now that the pandemic's waning and live events are starting up again, imagine this scene, if you will. You're at a networking event and somebody says, hey, Michelle, so tell me about yourself. What is it that you do for a living? I could say, well, I could tell you what I do for a living, or I can show you what I do for a living. And I would do something like this. Now, for those of you who are not watching this, but are listening to this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold up my business card, a physical business card, because there are people who like to touch things and remember better when they've been able to touch it and experience it. But this business card is so unique because as soon as I wave my smartphone in front of it, it's going to come alive.
Hi, my
with
name
a
is
story.
Michelle Calloway, and I'm the founder and CEO
Got my little
of
ring
an
light
innovative
here.
software development company
Isn't that
called
incredible?
Revealio.
See how the video
It means
itself
to
is
reveal something
tracking
magically.
with the physical
We have
card.
just
So the
opened the
video
doors
overlays right
for
on top of the
affordable
business
mass
card.
exposure
And these
through the
call to
Check Report
action
Network
buttons over
and
here on the
TV
side
show.
connect people to instantly go and schedule a one-on-one with me, or they can go and visit my website, or if I happen to be utilizing this business card to promote a special offering or a campaign, I can have a buy now button be right there available to them with a tap of a button after they've been completely enamored and blown away by the fact that my physical business card just now came alive with like a virtual story right in front of their eyes. I've been doing this for so many years now, and everybody is taken aback. They're like, whoa, I've not seen anything like that before. This is so much better than like a QR code, because this makes images literally come alive with story, and stories sell. And so story through video tells the story through visual learners to those who need to hear it, because often you're hearing an audible voice on a video. And then there's also often text on the screen through captions and whatnot that people who need to read are able to learn. But now through augmented reality, we literally have the opportunity to add that kinesthetic learner, the ones who need to touch it or experience it in order to remember it. So it's full circle, it's super edgy, and any business can utilize it today without having to wait till this immersive world comes. Augmented reality marketing is here, and video is one of the easiest forms of using it. Now you can go to the next level and you can think, okay, that's pretty cool, but all right, how would I use it if I do a lot of trade shows? Well, you can literally make your trade show banners come alive and make it a game so that you can actually reward people through the augmented reality experience by I guess incentivizing them to go through your entire trade show booth to try and find a hidden special gift, right? Every banner, every business card, even if you're an author and you can make your book cover come alive, imagine turning that book cover and that business card and that trade show into a gift giving opportunity, like a gift card. And you're incentivizing people to want to download the free app, because augmented reality still has to be viewed through a special augmented reality lens. And we're still using smartphones because not everybody's walking around with AR glasses like Iron Man does. So you can incentivize people to download the free app to watch your booth come alive, claim their free gift, and in so doing, you've also captured their marketing information, their email, their name, perhaps even their phone number. And so you can follow up with them, but they're going to walk away from your booth saying, wow, I've never seen anything like that before. Trust me, I've been doing this for a couple of years, and augmented reality is still so new. Not everybody's gravitated towards it. And the pandemic kind of took a lull, of course, with the physical networking events and trade shows. But now things are starting to rev back up. And this could be just that thing that'll help set your company apart. And I really hope you take a look at it strongly, because it's been created to be very affordable. You look at it and you're like, whoa, that's pretty high tech. It's probably very expensive. And the answer is no, not really. No, take a look. It's like you can get this technology for as little as $27 a month. I want to also show you that, as an author, a lot of authors are walking around with their books as if they are their business cards, right? This carries a lot of clout. Like if you've taken the time and you're an expert or an influencer and you've written a book, How proud are you of this book, right? But you're also using it as leverage. You're helping people to quickly understand that you are a guru or an expert, or that you've taken the time to get published. That's a big deal. Well, imagine if that book now comes alive with you telling your story about why you wrote the book.
Hi, I'm Jill Lublin, and I'm the
Look
author
at that.
of 4
I'm just
best-selling
simply
books
waving my
on
phone
major
in front of my
publishers.
book, and it's
Networking
coming
fast,
alive, telling
get
a
noticed,
story,
get referrals,
and it provides these
guerrilla
connection
publicity,
buttons. Isn't
and
that
the
amazing?
profit of kindness.
Nobody else
Have
is doing
you ever
this. So
dreamed of
I hope that I've kind of expressed the opportunities that are available to us through augmented reality. We can make wine bottles literally come alive with your story. Think any image, any logo, even swag like t-shirts and hats can be made to come alive with your story and have those connectivity buttons that allow people to tap on it and claim their free gift or go visit your website, etc. So there's a lot of power here. But video storytelling is really the meat and potatoes of it all, because it's that story, it's that message that allows people to understand the value that you bring to the table beyond just the wow factor of the augmented reality, which we call AR. You want to definitely be able to help them understand why they should be choosing you, and to utilize augmented reality as a wow factor to give them that wonderful first impression, that memorable impression that just never leaves them. I've had people tell me, like 12 months past me ever demonstrating this tech to them, they're like, wow, Michelle, I've just never, ever been able to throw that business card away, or I've never, ever stopped remembering how that made me feel. And that's, I think, what people are really craving. They are craving to feel something. Consumers want to experience a brand, and they want to feel a connection. And this technology really does create all kinds of feels. And so I really do. I hope that you've taken serious consideration into implementing it into your business as a marketing tool. I do want to let you know that Tech with Heart Foundation is a nonprofit organization that focuses on empowering not only entrepreneurs, but we have a student apprenticeship program that if you chose to utilize our technology, our video creation services technologies, to build this video for you that you would want to use to promote your business online, you can also take that same video and create a revealio experience with it. That revealio, that augmented reality technology is called revealio AR marketing. And so if you utilize us to create your video for you, which is done very affordably, by the way, since we're a purpose-driven nonprofit, we want to support other purpose-driven companies and nonprofits to get their videos, their stories on video, so that those videos can then be spread to the world. Well, we can take that video, make your marketing materials come alive with that video and call to action buttons, and that would be our bonus gift to you. So you can learn more about the video services and the augmented reality services at techwithheartfoundation.org/video. But if you love what you're hearing today, I just want you to know Tech with Heart show is all about interviewing experts that are going to breathe life and encouragement and technologies and systems and strategies back to our entrepreneurial audience, who are hoping to be more embracing of technology and utilizing strategies that are working in today's digital environment. So if you are an expert and would like to be interviewed on the Tech with Heart show, I invite you to reach out to us at techwithheartnetwork.com, or if you're an entrepreneur and you would like to join our community and possibly even be elevated in our community as an expert in what you do, again, go check us out, techwithheartnetwork.com. We're all about growing alongside each other, using innovative ideas and technologies, and helping you stand out from the crowd. So here is to your success.